or Web of Science. We welcome you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Now we have co-chair Dr. Archana Kumari. She is Associate Professor, Center for Media Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi. She has taught at IMC New Delhi, Central University of Kashmir, Central University of Bihar, and Central University of Jammu. In her academic experience of last 15 years, beyond academics, she has been active in journalism too and has worked media professional in Hindustan Times Patna, All India Radio Delhi, Sara TV. Her PhD is in media sociology, changing pattern of media ownership in India since 1990, a study of selected news media from JNU, New Delhi, India. Dr. Archana has also written a poetry book, Khirki Bhar Do, Khirki Bhar Dhoop in Hindi recently. She is a principal lead GETREG South Asia Regional Research Hub, Secretary at PRSI Delhi, and Country Vice Director for India of the Asian Congress for Media and Communication. Dr. Archana also participated in Global Media Monitoring Project 2020. She is also pursuing a voluntary research project on media students and teachers in online spaces with 10 senior academicians from all over India. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us. We are grateful for their guidance and support. I now hand over the session to our co-chair, Dr. Archana Kumari, who will take us through the series of paper presentation. Presenters, please note, you have 2 to 3 minutes time to present the paper and 2 minutes time for Q&A. Ma'am, Archana ma'am, I hand over the session to you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Such a generous presentation and introduction. And also, thank you very much for organizing this international conference on such a pertinent topic. So for that, I really want to congratulate Writers Association as well as Communication Today, which is not only reputed but revered journal for all of us. So this is a very pertinent issue, and especially this session, for which I got a lot of comments that this is a very new and such kind of topics needs to be discussed in the international conferences. So without taking much time, since we have already paucity of time, and you have explained that the presenters have to spend 2 to 3 minutes in paper presentation, in which I request that you please mention your title, objectives, little bit of methodology and findings. So this would be the sequence, and with this we can start paper presentation. And the first presenter, as I can see from the list, is Sohik Sarkar. Is he here?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Yes, you can start, Sohik.
Okay. Is this screen visible to everyone?
Yes, perfectly visible.
Okay. 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 Then I start. Namaskar. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shokik Sarkar, research scholar of Bardhaman University. Today, I'm going to present my research paper titled Assessing Awareness of Algorithmic Curation on Social Media Among High Education Students. Okay, so, what is algorithmic curation? It's algorithm curation is a process of selecting, organizing, and presenting the content or post according to the personalization behavior, online behavior of users. And the problem, what's the problem with this curation? First is it's narrowing down the media environment of media exposure, that is narrowing the diverse viewpoint and passive consumption. And algorithms is also lacks of transparency, and it's very complex for this black box nature. And personalization, reinforcing filter bubbles and echo chambers. This content is only exposure to them based on their preference and pre-existing belief. So this algorithm creates a filter bubbles based on their behavior, and it's confirm their biasness. then it's become an echo chamber in this online network. So, so my objectives of this study, to examine the relationship between social media engagement and algorithmic awareness, and to determine whether the level of education significantly affects the algorithmic awareness or not. So based on the two research questions, what is the relationship between social media engagement and algorithmic media content awareness? And the other question is there a significant difference in algorithmic awareness based on education level? I conducted the whole study. For the methodology, my population is mostly young adults, which is between 18 to 28, because these age are mostly heavily social media user, and I choose the population very specific, that high education students of West Bengal, and my sampling is the students who are pursuing graduation and post graduation from any discipline of these universities of any difference of universities in West Bengal. And sampling technique, I use convenience sampling data are collected from who are easily accessible, easily available. And the online survey is distributed among social media, WhatsApp groups, Facebook groups of different universities or student communities in West Bengal. And my sample size is 84 respondent. And I choose this research is primarily quantitative in nature. So I first divide the questionnaire based on three dimensions. First is demographic information for their age, gender, etc. And second is social media engagement. And third is algorithm awareness. The social media engagement is measured by the researcher is I adopt a scale. The scale name is AMCS scale for this algorithmic awareness, and I used SMESS scale for the social media engagement. And for the data analysis, I used Spearman rank correlation and Brunner-Munzel test. So this is this is a descriptive data of our respondent. That's only that's 84 respondent are include is for final analysis, and three are excluded for they are not from the West Bengal. And most of the respondent are females. They are 67% females, and most of the participants are postgraduate, and they are prefer to use most social media is YouTube and Instagram, though Facebook is also a significant number. And this is the time consumption of the participants, that 2 to 4 hours, and also more than 4 hours is high, and that is indicating that they are almost moderate to high, very high social media user. And first, I in the questionnaire I asked them that if they are what they describe algorithm. So I just put this point, and this all points are correct, but all of the above the point is the is the absolutely completely correct answer. So most of the participants are answered the correct answer, and there is a very significant number number four is used none of the above option. That means that they have not good understanding of algorithm according to this questionnaire. So first hypothesis is the relationship between social media engagement and algorithmic awareness. I use Spearman rank correlation because the population was not normally distributed. The SMESA for the social media engagement factor is not normally distributed with the Shapiro-Wick test p-value 0.012. So, and the result is the the correlation is moderately positive. And yes, and the for the p-value is less than 0.05, so I reject the null hypothesis. That means these two variables have significant relations, but the relations is positive, obviously, but it's moderate. It's indicating the 0.0449, which is not highly positive. And the other factor is ANCS score, comparison of ANC score between the graduate and postgraduate student. So I first divided the two group A for a graduate student and B for postgraduate student. And I choose the Brunel-Munzel test. It's a complementary of Man-Whitney U test, and I choose this test because this population is also non-normal, and with the shaped U weak test P.029 for graduate students, the lower p-value is indicating that this population is not, this data distribution is not normal. So with the p-value of after running the test with the p-value 0.046, in the case I reject the null hypothesis, and for the case of alternate hypothesis, I said as when group A is less than group B, when the p-value is 0.023. That means the postgraduate students are tend to higher awareness than the graduate students. So, and I use the Jamovi, a free statistical software for this analysis. And the conclusion, a moderate positive correlation between social media engagement and algorithmic media content awareness, suggesting that frequent social media use is linked to greater understanding of how algorithms shape content. The monotonic nature of the correlation suggests that as engagement increases, so does awareness, although the relation is not necessarily linear. And postgraduate students showed higher awareness than undergraduate students, indicating that advanced education may enhance algorithm literacy. This finding highlights the importance of integrating media and algorithm awareness into higher education to foster critical digital engagement. And these are the limitations that sample size is so small, and these studies mainly focus on the cognitive dimension of algorithm literacy. So future research is recommended to explore the attitudinal and behavioral part of literacy. That's all. Thank you.
So thank you, Saukik. Now I request our chair, esteemed chair, Professor Amitabh Srivastava sir, to give his observation on his on Saukik's presentation.
At the end of better.
Sir, you are not audible.
How is that?
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Very low.
Very low, sir.
Hello.
The volume is very low.
I would request Dr. Archana to comment. Hello.
Sir, your volume is very low.
Okay, right now.
Yes, sir. Yes. But
If there is a bit problem, I would like to comment at the end, and in between, Dr. Archana may comment.
no, sir, now you are audible. If you can cover, if you want to, yeah.
My point is that first of all, overall, first of all, I would like to comment on the selection of the topic. And why this
Sorry, sir. Actually, still the volume became low.
Okay.
I will comment.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. So I have few observations, okay. It's a study which is very vast, and you have taken social media as a whole, which is different on algorithmic awareness is different on different social media platforms. So how do you justify this? First observation is that, and second thing is that so sample size is so low because only 82 students are there, so participants are there. So in that case, how can you generalize this result? So although you have written in your limitation, but don't you think that you should mention that within the title also, or somewhere in the hypothesis, that this is limited to this only population only?
Sure, ma'am. Actually, so I mentioned it already in my paper. The thing is that this population size is very limited. I know it cannot generalize the whole population, but it can make a direction of for the future research work, that the direction of education level, of the association between the education level of and the algorithm awareness. And the first question you asked, that it's absolutely true that different platforms have different algorithms, but the thing is the actually no one is we don't know what algorithm they are actually using, the Facebook or YouTube or Instagram, but in overall view they follow follow some agenda, follow some steps, which are the design is the curation of content, with the presenting of the content is almost same for the every platform. They are tracking our online behavior. They are just tailored the content because of overload of information. So yes, it's a very it's a I accept it that different platform are using different algorithm, but still they are all are using us kind of following the same agenda.
Okay. So this is agenda based. You have taken social media as a whole.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, Saukik. Now the second one, second presenter is Rama Chaudhary. Is she here?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, you are audible. Thank you,
Let
Rama.
let me share my screen. Is my PPT visible?
Yes, Rama, it is visible. You may start.
Namaskar to all. My name is Rama. I'm a research scholar in the Department of Journalism and Mass Communication at IIS University. The title for my research paper is The Rise of Short Form Content, How Reels and Shorts Are Changing Digital Storytelling. This paper is about a big shift happening in how we tell stories and promote things online. Short videos like Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, even Indian platform like Moj or Josh are usually less than a minute long, but they are changing everything. Why they are changing everything? Because they are quick, emotional, and designed to grab our attention fast. And in the country like India, where millions of people are coming online every year, these short videos are becoming the new way to reach people. The research objectives are to are do emotional stories in these short videos really make us connect with brand more deeply, to analyze features aiding purchase behavior, and to understand the impact in three-tier cities? Theoretical framework. The theory that I use is uses and gratification theory. It is a theory from media studies that say people don't just consume media randomly. They do it to meet their certain needs. Research. This is a secondary research, qualitative. The sources that I've taken is academic literature, platform analytics, and market reports. I have covered platforms like Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and Moj and Josh. The findings that in this research paper is that these short videos engage people emotionally. The videos sparks emotion, whether it is happiness, curiosity, or inspiration, or even laughter. These such reels perform much better. If the viewer feels something in 3 to 5 seconds, they are more likely to keep watching it. These videos also get shared more, and they get more comments, and they are remembered for a longer time. Even in from the brand's point of view, the emotional connection build loyalty. People start to trust and feel good about the brand, if even if it's just for 30 seconds. Also, now creators are becoming more creative, and they are using episodic formatting. They, instead of posting one random video, they are now creating a mini series, just like web series, where we wait for another episode in a web series. Similarly, now the followers wait for another short video from these influencer or short video content creators. Using the series format increase audience retention by almost 50%. Regularly posting like on every Monday or Friday also create anticipation. It's a very clever way to keep people engaged over time, not just for one video. Uh, these apps have algorithm. They look at things like how long people watch the video, if they like, will they share, or they comment. whether the video used trending sounds or filters, trending music, and even what time it was posted. If the video performs well in first few hours, the algorithm shows it to more people. So creators have to think strategically, what kind of editing they are using, what kind of trending music are they using, or are they posting it on right time to get more visibility. Regional and micro influencer impact. Even these short video creators, they create videos in their own in their regional languages. So the local people who watch those short videos, they feel, for them it's very personal and it's very trustworthy for them. Instead of following big celebrities, they follow micro influencers, local creators that has few thousand followers, because they feel more relatable, or feel more real. This is a big reason why brands are now collaborating with small creators in regional languages. It gives them reach, trust, and cultural connection all at once. India has become a mic, current powerhouse. Now we have 45 million people creating short videos every month. That's almost the size of a small country. And it's not just entertainment. Brands, especially, is fast moving consumer goods like makeup or food or daily items, are using reels and shorts to sell their product. These videos often link with shopping apps like Amazon and Flipkart, so they can watch reel and they can buy products, say, on one click.
Sorry to interrupt, Rama. Can you just come to the conclusion?
Okay. So the conclusion, to sum it all, short form videos are changing how we communicate or how we sell or how we connect with people. They are quick, emotional, and incredibly powerful. It is it goes with right story, right language format. They can create a great impact on a society or on a market. Okay, thank you.
So, first of all, Amitabh sir.
Audible right now? Hello.
Yes, sir.
आवाज आ रही मेरी?
बिल्कुल, sir.
Thank you. As far as the topic is concerned, it is quite interesting. But I would again suggest that a bit preciseness is required, because it's a normal problem with many of the researchers. They took the topic too fast, and that's why that's a scope to get anything new. And as far as the research is concerned, the simple definition of the research is giving of the new knowledge. So, may I suggest that what new from your perspective, which was not known to you and which was not available earlier, what was your finding? What was your own particular finding that which was not known to others? Yes.
Rama.
I'm sorry, ma'am, I'm not able to hear him.
He is asking what is the new aspect you have found as per your research. Is there? Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, I have found that now, because there are more video creators, short video creators. Now the storytelling has become more impactful. People don't want to see long videos. These short videos are creating more impact than the long descriptive videos. And the percentage is increasing day by day. Every year, the percentage increases.
Okay. Rama, I appreciate your enthusiasm. Topic is concerned. I would suggest if you simply your research paper would simply result in a bit more in data. How much?
Yes, sir. I've because of time limit, I've only used secondary research. In future, I would like to incorporate primary data out in it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Rama, I had also the similar observation that if you are doing such kind of research, the primary data is very important. You are depending upon secondary data through which you cannot measure or assess the impact. So you are saying you are actually assessing that how this is increasing, short reels and short forms of storytelling is increasing, and it is collaborating with brands. So as sir said, I also agree with him that you should go for primary research, and then more deep analysis is very much required in this case. So
Yes,
this
ma'am,
is
I'll
our-
do that in future. Right now, just because of time limit, I used only the reports or analytical reports that are published by these platforms. So
Okay.
it's the analysis of these reports.
Thank you, Rama. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Third presenter, may I request Priyakshi Keswani? Priyankshi, are you here? Swati Sharma? Okay, Priyankshi is here. So Priyankshi, you can present now. Please stick to the time limit. Title, objective, methodology, and conclusion, please. Priyankshi, you can start. Okay, so by the time you can rejoin, or you can just fix your mic. May I request Swati Sharma? Is she here?
Ma'am, Swati will not be presenting.
Okay. Bhanupriya?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, Bhanupriya, you can start. And Priyankshi, you are saying that you can present from mobile. Astha ma'am, can we do that?
Yes, ma'am. We can do that.
So, Bhanupriya, please wait. And Priyankshi, you can present by your mobile.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
Okay. So I'll try to use the laptop for presentation and phone for my audio. If that works.
Okay.
Is my PPT visible?
Yes, it is visible, Priyankshi.
Okay, ma'am. So, the title of my presentation or my paper reads YouTube and Short Films, the Rise of Independent Indian Cinema. So to begin with the paper, we have always have had keen interest in mainstream cinema, but to notice the change, it actually happened. The advent of digital media platforms actually brought a change in the.
Priyankshi, what you can do is, आप दो उससे मोबाइल से और लैपटॉप दोनों से ऑन हो ना, तो एक का स्पीकर बंद कर दे।
मैम मेरे लैपटॉप का स्पीकर बंद है.
There is too
It
much.
is still, is there an echo?
Yes.
Okay, wait.
Or maybe what you can do is just stop your presentation and present like that.
Okay. Hello.
Switch off your laptop.
Yeah, now you can present. I think it won't echo now.
Okay. So now I won't be able to present my PPT, but it will be just in audio format if that works.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I
So,
will share the PPT.
ma'am, there are some changes. It's fine. I'll do it on my own only.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm so sorry for the inconvenience caused. First of all, I'm so sorry for taking few of your minutes. But to begin with, the title of my research paper reads YouTube and Short Film, the Rise of Independent Indian Cinema. So with the advent of digital media platforms, there has been a crucial change in the independent cinema, especially short films. So digital media platforms have given more freedom. They have revolutionized, democratized filmmaking in India. YouTube and similar platforms like YouTube, for example, we can say opentheater.in or Short Fundly. These platforms allow independent Indian directors to actually upload their short films and get their due recognition and credits that they were actually not getting. So earlier, what used to happen, these short films were restricted to just the festivals, the film festivals that used to happen. So they were presented there, and that's that. But the actual audience or their viewership, which their niche was actually not getting any platform where they can actually watch the work of independent Indian directors. So YouTube and the platforms made it easier for them. But again, the independent directors face challenges because everything comes with a cost. But then the narratives of these independent short films are different from mainstream. So can I, ma'am, would you mind just moving the slide to research problem, questions, and objectives? I think it's slide number 5.
Yeah.
Okay. So the objectives are to explore the rise of short films via digital platforms, to explore the benefits and the limitation of YouTube as a free platform for independent filmmakers, and to identify the main challenges faced by the independent filmmakers in digital space. So what I actually did was, shall we move on to the research methodology?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. So it is more of a qualitative research, and there is more of content analysis, and then there are semi-structured interviews. I've taken interviews of few short film independent directors, and it's a convenience sort of sampling because I couldn't connect to the directors of the movies, of the films that I've taken here. So I actually took interviews of the directors that were available to give the interviews, but then all of those directors are the independent short film directors, and their movies are there on YouTube and other similar platforms and have been presented in the different film festivals also. So rest of it is content analysis. I have watched films like Juice, Chara, Chutney, Ghar Ki Murgi, and Miras few times to get actually friendly with the films and their frames and the themes. So, ma'am, please head on to key findings and thematic insights. So to move with, as I said, that the narratives of short films that are there on YouTube or the narratives that are portrayed by the independent directors are way too different from mainstream. It's not that they don't use the similar topics. There has been enough content in mainstream on domestic violence and so in the independent Indian cinema. But then the way they present is very different. The independent Indian cinema, especially through short films, these are the stories that you can actually find your next door. There is no exaggeration, but it is as realistic as it is possible, as it could be. For example, if we talk about Juice, Juice features Shefali Shah, and it is directed by Neeraj Ghiwan. It is again, it is just a patriarchy that the movie portrays, but then the film is presented in such a manner that we actually see that, oh, this happens, but then we neglect it every day. It was just a matter of a glass of juice where Chef Ali Shah's husband keeps calling her, and Chef Ali gets irritated and then takes a glass of juice and comes out and sit with him and with his friends and drinks it, and that's that. So what it portrays was that there are times when we as human are exhausted by our daily lives, and then there is a break even where we need our break. Second film, Chara. Chara talks about cannibalism, a topic which is rarely touched, but then it is touched in such a manner that I especially could have never thought of it. So, and then Chutney, again, it's a psychological plot, very different narrative, where a woman who finds that her husband is in an extramarital with somebody, and then she invites.
Priyanshi,
Yes, sir.
are you presenting? You are not audible actually.
Hello. Am I not audible? Hello.
You are.
You are audible to me.
Am I not audible?
Yes,
Hello?
you are audible.
You are audible. You are audible.
Shall I continue? Shall I continue?
Please continue, but please come to the conclusion now.
Okay, so I'll directly head on to the conclusion. Can I have the conclusion slide, please? Okay, so the conclusion reads that YouTube has actually revolutionized the way short films are created, shared, and watched in India. Because it's a free and open platform, the independent filmmakers have actually faced a different atmosphere for them, where the barriers of showcasing their work has actually decreased. Short films usually tell powerful, socially relevant stories, and there are more social topics that are talked about, but in a very different narrative that is very true to life. There are a lot of conclusions, but then I'll come to the limitation. The limitations are that there is too much content. So there's oversaturation of the content. So it makes it difficult for the director to actually get recognized. It is only when the director gets hold of the algorithm of these platforms that it is easier for them to actually get the credible credits and the recognition of their work. Thank you. That's it.
Thank you, Priyanshi. Amitabh sir, do you have any comment? Amitabh sir? Okay. So, Priyanshi, the topic is very important, very good. I wish I could have actually go through your whole paper. But only thing is that I feel that short films, especially when you say content analysis, did you do content analysis or textual analysis?
Ma'am, I did content analysis. It had some, like, it is mix of both, but I would rather say content because it had more of that.
Okay, in qualitative form.
In qualitative form, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And did you find only thematic differences, or you also try to find out the more deeper differences, like not only because as you in your conclusion also said that there is homogeneity which is going, which is increasing due to the more number of productions. So did you dig it deeper for this thing?
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So it's not just thematic analysis. For paper, I've covered that. But when we actually see, there are a lot of contradictions that we can actually cover, not just in the form of direction in set design, in acting methods. And we can actually go on with the differences that mainstream cinema and then the independent Indian cinema has.
Okay. So did you feel that it has democratized the space?
It has, ma'am, till some extent. But again, as I said, there is oversaturation, and then because of the oversaturation, there is very immature content also. So as audience, also, it's very difficult to find the actual fine content that we as audience can actually imbibe in ourselves.
Okay. Thank you, Priyanshi.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. So next, Bhanupriya, you are ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So the title of my presentation is The OTT Revolution, Analyzing its Impact on Consumer Behavior and Content Strategies. So we all know that OTT is a platform which deliver audio and video content directly to the consumer while using internet. It bypasses traditional broadcast cable satellite television providers, has fundamentally altered how content is accessed and consumed earlier. In India, the OTT market reached Indian rupees 12,000 crores in revenue in 2022, and it is projected to the growth at compound annual growth rate of 20% over the next 5 years. COVID-19 pandemic has accelerated the consumption of OTT. These are my objectives. Analyze shift in consumer behavior, examine changing content strategies, understand monetization model and platform dynamics, identify future challenges and opportunities. My methodologies are mixed method approach, quantitative data from industry reports, qualitative content analysis from major web series, Delhi Crime, Scam 1992, Gullak, and these are my sources which from where I have taken the reports. Shifting consumer behavior. OTT viewing behavior is shaped by convenience, choice, and control. According to the report 2023 KMPG, 73% of urban internet users in India have at least two active OTT subscriptions. The binge watching culture has led to platform to adopt full season drops rather than weekly release, increasing viewer retention. The average user spend 1.5 hours on OTT apps in one tier cities, around 45 minutes in tier 2 cities. In India, 96% of OTT viewing occurs on mobile devices, led by cheap data tariffs among the lowest in the world at $0.09 per GB. Rise of regional and niche content. OTT has disrupted one size fit all broadcasting model. Over 50% of viewership on Indian platform now comes from regional language content, especially Tamil, Telugu, and Bengali, Marathi. Platforms like AHA, Hoichoi, Planet Marathi caters to regional market with culturally rooted stories. Globally, the success of Korean drama and Spanish thrills demonstrate the universal appeal of non-English content. In India, Scam 1992 became the cultural phenomena despite being the biographical financial thrill. An unconventional genre in the mainstream. Content strategies like LGBTQ narratives, Made in Heaven, caste politics, Jai Bhim, and mental health Gehraiya are gaining transaction reflecting the platform potential for social commentaries. Role of algorithm. OTT platform use AI machine learning tracks click-through rates, drop-off points, completion percentage, rewatch frequency. Netflix claims that 80% of watched content is driven by its recommendation engine. Personalized thumbnail that curated top 10 lists are algorithmically designed to match the user behavior. However, this algorithm-driven personalization can reinforce the filter bubble and led to content saturation in specific genre, particularly crime thrill and family dramas. Monetization model. Global subscription video on demand revenue reached to $99 billion in 2023. Netflix, Disney Plus, Hotstar, and Amazon Prime Video dominate premium subscription market while using MX Player and YouTube, Tubi led to add-on video on demand. Ad video on demand. In India, subscription video on demand revenue grew by 27% year on year by 2023. Ad video on demand revenue surpassed by subscription video on demand for the first time, driven by regional ad campaign and free access model. platforms are experimenting with hybrid model. Amazon's Mini TV offer free ad-supported content within its shopping app. Bundled OTT subscription with telecom providers, example Airtel, Jio, have further expanded reach. Content versus quantity, quality versus quantity. While competition has increased in content variety, concern about quality perform pressure produced to sticky content that generate high watch time quickly. In India, over 2,500 original titles were released across OTT platform in 2022, but only fractions achieved significant cultural impact. High volume production risk reducing originality and creativity experimentation. Moreover, franchising fatigue where successful shows are extended beyond their natural life cycle, may erode to audience trust. Strategic recommendations. Investing in AI, big data, perspective analytic is no longer optional. Real-time dashboard on viewer engagement and social media sentiment analysis can inform both content development and marketing campaigns. Multiple language can boost regional penetration, inclusive storytelling, and reflects local reality without compromising on production value will continue drive engagement. Media companies should consider tiered subscription plans, micro payment model for single content access, and branded content collaboration that integrate marketing within storytelling. Platform should support independent creators with fair compensation, editorial freedom. Festival and OTT award can spotlight non-mainstream content and encourage experimentation. Conclusion: OTT platforms have not only disrupted traditional broadcasting, but also redefined how audience engage with content. Viewers are no longer passive consumer, but active curator for their entertainment experience. This shift has prompted media companies to reimagine content strategies, audience targeting, and monetization model. The OTT ecosystem offers both opportunities and challenges while democratizing access and diversifying voices. It also introduces algorithmic gatekeeping and commercial pressure that can undermine artistic integrity. Static data literacy and audience empathy will initial for media organization investigating this dynamic landscape. As technology evolves, future research can examine the psychological impact of binge watch, that geopolitics of digital distribution, and the environmental cost of data-heavy streaming. The OTT revolution is not merely a phase; it's just not. It is just future of media. These are the references. Thank you.
Thank you, Bhanupriya. Amitabh sir. Any observations, comment? Okay, Bhanupriya. Amitabh sir, can you hear me? So, Bhanupriya, I just want to suggest, and my observation is that your title is very heavy. Like OTT platforms, there are so many OTT platforms. How would you choose that which OTT platform is actually providing which kind of strategies? Strategies are also different. Consumer behavior, consumers are also a huge. There is a different variety of consumers. There are layering of consumers. So every particular aspect you have chosen, it has many layerings. So
Yes,
you have to think about those layerings. You have to pick up one of it, and then you should go deeper into that particular aspect. This is my observation, because you have tried, as Amitabh sir has also pointed out in one of the presentation, that in the research, what we try, we become very ambitious and we try to take all aspects into consideration, which actually does not go well with our research steps. So we have to think about that, how well we can go deeper and do some certain kind of new knowledge can be generated, new dimensions can be explored. So for that, you need to go for deeper meaning of at least one aspect of it. So OTT platforms, there are so many OTT platforms. So which one you are taking up, you have to be very specific about it. Consumer behavior, what are you talking about? What are those aspects? You have to be very specific about it. And also strategic, you talked about what I found that in your presentation that you were mainly talking about the monetization system. So why not to call it monetizing only, monetization of the platform? So why are we calling it a strategy? So strategy, when we talk about a strategy, there is a completely different dimensions and dynamics. So we have to understand all those intricacies, and accordingly we need to design our research. So this is my suggestion, and otherwise the topic is good, but only thing is that you need to narrow it down more.
Yes, ma'am. I'll incorporate in future.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Dr.
ma'am.
Priya. Now I request Diksha Mittal. Is she here?
Ma'am, I will present.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, I will give the video.
Okay. So Diksha Mittal's video we will be seeing.
Yeah.
My topic is the power of my topic is the power of micro-influencers. I'm going to talk about the fascinating shift in digital activity. These are everyday individuals with 10,000 to 1 lakh followers. They're not celebrities, but they have something more powerful: trust. This presentation is based on a research paper, and I am studying the growing role, especially in by micro-influencers platform. So earlier, brands paid celebrities to promote their products, but now they are turning to micro-influencers. Why? Because they are relatable. They talk and live like us. Their opinion is honest, and they are from amongst us. That's what makes audiences. What the study aims to find out. The study looked at 3 key questions. One, why are Indian brands shifting to micro-influencers?
Sorry, ma'am, I can't see the video, and the audio is also not very audible.
What challenges come with managing marketing smaller influencers? We are going to talk about the emotional connection. A concept called parasocial interaction explains this connection. It's when we feel close to someone we follow on. Micro-influencers want to comment and share real stories, so their products and recommendations feel like their friendly advice and not ads. How the research was done. So the study was done using existing reports, articles, and data focused on related chains, making its findings very relevant to our market. Why people trust micro-influencers? So from this study, I found out that the 92% of consumers trust influencers over traditional ads. For instance, Indian artists Sohils and gets a high engagement, showing real impact more than some celebrities. Why brands are choosing them? Because brands prefer micro-influencers because they are cost effective, up to 90% cheaper than celebrities. They reach niche audiences like beauty lovers or regional groups. Their followers interact more, liking, sharing, and commenting. Their posts feel honest, not overly polished. Real life success stories. Now let's talk about brands like Mamaearth, Nykaa, Myntra. They have seen great results. They have hired influencers like Jahanvi Tiwari, Bali, Nigel Sharma, or so on and so forth. And during consistent influencer campaigns led to better engagement and increased sales. Let's talk about some interesting numbers. So India had over 4 million influencers. Micro-influencers often get 4% to 7% engagement, while celebrities get around 0.5%. The influencer market here is set to cross more than $400 million challenges as well. It's not without any issues. Some influencers take followers and too many paid posts can reduce trust. Brands also struggle with finding the right match in patient.
I request, ma'am, you can stop the audio and video because it is not audible. So can we move on to Sarika Tyagi, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. You can move to next presenter.
Yeah, next presenter is Sarika Tyagi from Content to Connection.
No, she is having technical problems. She will join it. You move to next candidate.
Next candidate is Aarti Mishra. Is she here?
I suppose she is not there.
Then Kaustubh Vyas. Kaustubh Vyas.
No, ma'am.
Janvi Trivedi.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay, Janvi, you can present.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. I'll present my PPT first. Is it visible to you?
Yes, it is visible.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Very good afternoon. I am Janvi Trivedi, and I'm teaching at Karnavati University currently. My topic is revolutionizing digital communication, interactive storytelling in cultural heritage preservation. Can you do this? Okay, introduction. Storytelling has always been a powerful medium to share knowledge, values, and culture across generations. With the rise of digital communications, the way we tell stories has transformed.
Interrupt, Janvi, you can directly come to the objective.
Okay. Okay. So I would like to talk a little bit about the purpose, if you don't mind. So to explore how emerging digital technologies can be used to preserve and communicate cultural heritage through interactive storytelling, to analyze the effectiveness of interactive media installation in creating engaging education and emotionally resonant experiences, to study a real life example, Take Me to the Forest, which is an interactive media wall installed in the Tribal Museum in Odisha. This was my research journey where I did a case study of one of the real life project, which I also worked in the same project. And my key findings were visitors showed higher interest and emotional connections with interacting with the digital installations. Storytelling elements like visual, sound, touch made complex cultural information more understandable and memorable. The project respectfully showcased the lifestyle tradition and biodiversity knowledge of 13 PVTGs, particularly vulnerable tribal groups. Challenges that I identified during my research was accessibility for differently able users was limited, risk of oversimplifying rich cultural identities, need for ongoing input from tribal communities to ensure authenticity. Conclusion is the interactive storytelling offers a powerful way to preserve and present cultural heritage in the digital age. By combining technology with traditional narratives, we can create engaging education and respectful experiences that resonate with diverse audience. However, success depends on inclusive design, cultural sensitivity, and community collaboration to ensure authenticity and avoid misrepresentations. There were several references that I took, and yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Janvi. Very interesting topic and very close to the theme of the today's session. I just want to understand that how did you found and did you selected some of the sites, digital
Correct.
sites?
Yes. So, ma'am, actually, I myself is a communication designer, and I worked in the same project as a multimedia designer under a company called Myth Interactives. And during that is my own project, which is currently installed in the Tribal Museum in Bhubaneswar, Odisha. And I included the same project later on for the research to check how people interact with the interactive media walls. So we installed the project, but then we need to see that whatever we installed is actually working or not. So the objective of this whole paper was to make the dead data which are there in museums more interesting.
Yes. So earlier, what used to be the memory media in museum, because it was all through the memories and imagination. Now it is in front of interactive, in the form of interactive media. So and very experiential also. So yeah. So this is very interesting to see. I hope that you will get it published, and then we can read it completely. So very interesting paper. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and it's thank you for all your support and giving me this wonderful opportunity to present myself here. Have a great day.
Thank you. So next is Sarika is ready.
She is not ready yet. You can move to next.
So next is Dr. Sorry. I'm sorry if I am pronouncing it wrong, but Grace Amarachi.
I'm here, ma.
Okay. So Grace, you can start your presentation.
Okay, ma. Can you see my PowerPoint?
Yes.
Okay. Good day, everyone. My name is Onuchukwu Grace Amarachi, a student of Evangel University, Nigeria. My co-author is Dr. Ekunifi Raphael Abumchukwu. The title of this paper is On the Influence of Popular Music on Social Behavior of Youths, a study of Naira Marley's musical videos. Naira Marley is a pop musician here in Nigeria, and most of his songs promote social vices, and it's kind of like influence negatively on the social behavior of youths here in Nigeria. So I'll move straight to the objectives of the study. To find out the level of Sopi and Am I a Yahoo Boy. The Sopi and Am I a Yahoo Boy is a musical video that Naira Marley sang back in those days, and the videos were used as a case study for this particular topic. And then the second objective is to identify the dominant theme in Sopi and Am I a Yahoo Boy by Naira Marley. The introduction. Music has gained prominence in all the societies of the world. It appears that the power of music to catch one's attention is highly resisted by any. Interpretation of music differs according to the ages, the cultures, the ethnic affiliation. Hip-hop music has gained wide space online, and it's highly promoted by social media, and this explains its pervasiveness among youths. Ehigweke in 2020 studied the influence of social media on youths in the 21st century. This study revealed that social media has a wide influence on the religion, on the politics, entertainment life of the people. However, this study was concerned about the negative function, such as violence, internet fraud, delinquency, and the rest of them. It concluded that the popularity of social media in human existence affects the youth in a hard way. And then this study focuses on the songs of Aziz, who is popularly known as Naira Marley in Nigeria. And the influence of this popular music on social behavior tends to fill the gap on the influence of Sopi and Am I a Yahoo Boy on the youths in Obo Hill, Aba, Nigeria. Down to my methodology. In the research, survey method was used. The method helped the researchers to gather direct responses from the respondents using a structured questionnaire. Then the population size was 166,533. The sample size of this study is 399, and it was determined using the Taro Yaman's online sample size calculator. A random and purposive sampling technique was used. A questionnaire was shared randomly, and the purposive targets were youths in Ogbo Hill, Aba, Nigeria. The instrument for data collection was a questionnaire grouped into two sections. Section A comprises of the demographic age, the occupation and educational qualifications. And then section B comprises of information on specific issues relating to the study. Then my findings: the high level of awareness and engagement with Naira Marley's Song of Youth in Ogbo Hill reveals an overwhelming majority of residents are familiar with the songs. Recommendations: it encourages the promotion and visibility of influencers who promote positive behaviors and societal values. In conclusion, this study addressed the complex role of popular music on how it plays in shaping youth behaviors and social norms. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Grace. Professor Amitabh, sir, do you want to comment?
First of all, again, I would suggest my comment look a bit harsh, but my only suggestion is that again we will have to concise our topic. Only thing is that just it's if you compare the plowing and digging a well, research is close to the digging a well. Unless and until your area is a bit precise, a bit confined, you can't get anything new. And this is all about uh, the general observation, and many of the researchers, most you can say that are taking it their area very wide, and it and only due to this there will be the limitations. So would suggest, because it is the beginning for the researcher to go in this particular field, so just confine and you will get a bit something new. And unless and until you find you yourself, you can't say that this is new. um, Nothing more could be said by the observers. uh, so best wishes I would simply say that.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I don't have any comment right now. So we will move forward. And the next presenter is John Alex Kimela Olivia. Is she
I'm
here?
here, ma.
Okay.
Yes, ma.
You can start.
Thank you, ma. Hello, everyone. My name is John Alex Chemera Olivier, a student of mass communication in Evangel University, Nigeria. My co-author is Dr. Basil Uche Onyeneho. My topic, public perception of female modeling in billboard advertising. Introduction. The use of female modeling in billboard advertising has become a common strategy to promote goods and services. These models, often celebrities and influencers, have a significant impact on consumer behavior due to their publicity and acceptance. The study seeks to investigate the perception of the female modeling in billboard advertising among the residents of Port Harcourt, Nigeria, where thousands of billboard advertising feature female models. The study also seeks to understand how the public perceives such advertising strategy and its potential effect on consumer behavior. Objective. Although the general objective of this study is to investigate the female perception of modeling in billboard advertising. However, it also investigated the level of awareness of the oil-rich Port Harcourt, Nigeria, and secondly, examined the influence of female modeling on brand choice. Methodology. The survey research design was adopted for this study. This design is suitable because it gives the researcher the opportunity to collect fresh and original data from the respondents on the use of female modeling in billboard advertising. The population of this study comprises residents of Port Harcourt, Nigeria, metropolis in Rivers State. The figure is put at 753,466, following the National Population Commission (NPC) 2006 and the United Nations Development Programme Population Growth Index of 2.5%. Using the Topman online formula for sample size determination, a sample size of 384 was obtained. The instrument of data collection was a 4-point Likert scale questionnaire. Data collected were table presented, while the hypothetical statements were tested using the chi-square. Discussions of findings. The study found that the residents of Port Harcourt are aware of female modeling in billboard advertising and perceive that female models are more effective in attracting attention. The use of female modeling in billboard advertising also found that it influences consumer decisions and buying behavior, which supports the view of Belch and Belch 2019, Owen 2018, and Sandiki 2018 on the impact and pervasive nature of female models in advertising. Conclusion. The study examined the public perception of female modeling in billboard advertising. The study was situated in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. Billboard advertising creates awareness for existence of products and services. It influences consumers' decisions, thereby promoting sales. The study also established that female models are useful and relevant in passing communication messages through billboard advertising as a result of their ability to attract and hold the interest of the audience, although this attraction may stem from the model's look or other traits. Recommendation. Based on the findings, the following recommendations were made. Businesses will need to strategize and pay keen interest on billboard advertising, showcasing popular females, since the publics are aware of female modeling in billboard advertising and they are the fans of these celebrities. Secondly, organizations should patronize female models more in order to help the audience remember the product for easy patronage and to create a convincing communication environment. Thank you.
Thank you, Olivia. And I would simply say to the organizers, I will comment at the end. Dr. Archana may comment.
Thank you, Olivia. Very good topic, and we can actually discuss a lot about it. And this topic you have presented, you already said that there are 10,000 billboards which have female models on them. So the perception must be created out of it. So thank you. I don't have any question right now related to your presentation. It was well conceived. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ma.
Now, next presenter is Pratibha Gupta.
Ma'am, she is not there. Move to next candidate.
Gaurav Mathur?
No, he is also not there.
Okay, then Victory Iroma. Victory Iroma.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, you can present, ma'am.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Okay, it's morning here in Nigeria. And okay, can I share my screen? Let me see. Okay. Can you see my screen? Okay, let me see. Yes, can you see my screen?
You can share your screen. Olivia?
Hello, can you see my screen now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you. So my topic, the title of my paper is interrogating the constitutional provisions of juvenile incarceration in adult correctional facilities in Nigeria. And this title has certain things that I would really want us to understand. The first is the constitutional provisions of juvenile incarceration, meaning that there are actually provisions, constitutional provisions of juvenile incarceration in adult correctional facilities. And by juvenile, I mean children. And according to the Child's Rights Law here in Nigeria, Section 277 says that a child is anybody who is below the age of 18. I will move on. So this is a presentation by myself, Victory Iroma Ekunife, a student of Chukwemeka Odumegu Ojukwu University, Anambra State, Nigeria, during a 2-day online conference on digital dynamics, global trends and challenges on 3rd May 2025. Now, this my paper has a specific concern, which is the continuous increase in the rate of incarceration of the underage in adult prisons, now called correctional centers in Nigeria. This concern actually emanated from the increase in the number of underage children in the adult correctional centers, which should not be. And there are constitutional provisions that sticks against this very concern, as I said earlier on. Now, a child who is in conflict with the law, a juvenile who is in conflict with the law, we now come to think, what happens to this child? Where juvenile correctional centers are not provided, what happens? And we see here in Nigeria is prevalent that these children, these juveniles, are kept in the adult correctional centers, which should not be. Now, as I go on with my presentation, we'll understand better. The objectives of my paper is firstly to find out the updates on the event of juvenile population in adult facilities in Nigeria. And secondly, to evaluate the effectiveness of the constitutional provisions for managing juvenile delinquency in Nigeria, just to ensure or to be sure that these provisions are actually effective and not just written on paper. Now, thirdly, to examine in detail the root causes of juvenile incarceration in adult facilities in Nigeria. Fourthly, and finally, to seek a complementary institution for the handling of juvenile offenses aside the remand homes in Nigeria. Now, my introduction, I just stated the definition of a child according to the Child's Rights Act in Nigeria. And also, United Nations defines a child to be every human being below the age of 18 years. Because if we don't have proper understanding of who a child is, then I don't believe that this paper will be well understood. So a child is anybody who is below the age of 18. And this paper is focused on the reason why a person below the age of 18 will, in conflict with the law, will be kept in adult correctional centers here in Nigeria. This research, however, examines the role of media in interrogating the constitutional provisions of juvenile incarceration in adult correctional facility in Nigeria. Now, I tested 4 hypotheses. Firstly, there is no significant relationship between the effective implementation of constitutional provision and the management of juvenile delinquency in Nigeria. Secondly, there is no statistical difference between complementary institutions for the handling of juvenile delinquency and the remand homes in Nigeria, meaning that both the institutional part.
Ma'am, can we go to the findings and objectives and findings, because we are running late?
All right, okay. The methods applied. I made use of the ex post factor to ascertain the existing records of juvenile incarceration in Nigeria. And I also made use of the key performance interview of both juvenile offenders and other significant others like the police, judiciary, and the prisoners, including non-governmental organizations and human rights activists. And this very key performance interview talks about interviewing those who are parts and parcels of this very title, which I just listed. And my findings, I found out that the management of juvenile offenders is at variance with the Child's Rights Law. The Child's Rights Law is a law that protects the rights of children that have been domesticated here in Nigeria. and the juvenile offenders are not really being managed properly. The management of these offenders is contradicting what is available in the child rights law. Secondly, I also found out that there is a significant relationship between juvenile incarceration in adult prison in Nigeria and the manner of prosecution by the police, meaning that the manner of prosecution by the police actually is there is a relationship between it and the final juvenile. They are not being prosecuted properly as children that they are, which finally leads to the juvenile incarceration in adult prison. And finally, Nigeria has the highest population of teenagers who are below 15 years of age in all prisons in sub-Saharan Africa, with both minors and adults housed in the same prison, a factor for increased criminality and recidivism. When these children or these juveniles are being incarcerated in the adult correctional facilities or centers, they come out as hardened criminals. And this keeps our society in a state that we don't really know, or we can't really tell where we're actually heading to. And now my recommendations to solve this problem that will cause more harm than good. I recommend 3 steps. Firstly, the self-categorization and classification of Nigeria prisons. Let there be the juvenile correctional centers separate from the adult correctional centers. Secondly, sincere implementation of the soft law. And finally, family courts, which is a court meant for the adjudication of cases that relate to children who are in conflict with the law. Let there be a separate family court and separate judicial administration for the underaged. Thank you.
Appreciate your social concerns, Victory, and your concerns towards the situation matters a lot. But as far as my specific comment or your research approach, it will be expressed at the end of all presentation. Over to Dr. Archana.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Victory. Yes, I will also tell about the presentation at the end. So let's move forward. Next presenter is Vaishnavi Pandey and Dr. Gargi Saxena. Are they here?
Yes, ma'am, I'm here.
Okay. You may start. Please stick to the time limit. Please just tell us about your title, objectives, methodology, and key findings.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Please take 2-3 minutes only. Okay, ma'am. अरे सुनना मेरे पे presentation. Vaishnavi, start your presentation. Yes, ma'am, I'm sharing my screen. Shall I share? Yeah, ma'am. Okay, you start. So, hello, good afternoon, everyone present here. I am Vaishnavi Pandey, pursuing Masters in Food and Nutrition. I am in 4th semester from the Department of Home Science, IIS University. So, here I'm going to discuss about my topic, development of extruded products from composite flour, basically sorghum flour blended with Bengal gram. So, basically, my study focus on developing healthy snacking option as compared to market-based snacks, as we all know, they are highly processed and high in saturated fats which cause increasement in NCD, which is non-communicable diseases like heart diseases and
The audio
diabetes.
quality is poor. The audio quality is poor.
So, as you can see, my objective of this study, ma'am, can you show the slide of my objective? The objective of my study is to the formulation of composite flour using ingredients like sorghum, Bengal gram flour, and rice flour, and incorporating beetroot flour in it for enhancing its overall nutrition quality and color appearance. Then I conduct the proximate analysis and functional properties of my developed composite flour, and lastly next to developing ready to eat snacks from the composite flour. So I conducted sensitivity threshold test to select the panel members for my product sensory evaluation. Can we come to the result section? So next we come to the result section. As we can see, NDP cal percent, which is net dietary protein of a flour, in which I showed variation second and variation third as high NDP cal percent, which is above 5. So on the basis of it, I selected the composite flour, and then the proximate analysis of composite flour, including fat, protein, moisture, and carbs. So moisture is less. It suggests that the snack can preserve for a longer and no chance of spoilage. Fat, which gives mouthful texture of the product made by me, and it is high in protein because of sorghum and Bengal gram flour included in it. Then we come to the functional properties of the composite flour, in which I showed the 4 to 5 tests like bulk density test, which is 0.83 to 0.70. The bulk density is usually measured in gram per ml, and typically value of flour range between 0 to 2.4. So the value 7.91 looks unusually high and might be a which is indicates that the flour has a good packing ability. Lower bulk density means the flour is lighter and may be suitable for products that need to be less dense. Then next to the water absorption capacity, which my value is between the 2.04 to 2.03 means 1 gram of composite flour can absorb about the 2 grams of water. They show that my flour, which I use to prepare the snack, has a good ability to hold water, which helps in forming soft and moist dough. Next to the oil absorption capacity, which is OAC value, that is between 1.26 to 1.20, means 1 gram of composite flour can absorb about 1.2 to 1.3 grams of oil. This shows that my flour I use to prepare snack has a good ability to bind fat, which will help improve the overall flavor and mouthfeel of the final product. So the conclusion of my study is the prepared extruded snacks developed from using sorghum and Bengal gram flour and incorporating beetroot to improve overall its nutritional value, but not only nutritious but also well accepted in terms of taste and texture. The blend with the highest NDP, which is net dietary protein cal percent, showed good protein quality and better digestibility of the product. And the functional properties like water absorption, swelling, and capacity, and oil absorption capacity, products like chakli, soya sticks, save and crispy puffs were found to be the market friendly and effective in promoting a healthier snacking option. And lastly, the cost analysis of the best acceptable variation of my snack, as shown in the last table of the ingredients. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. So, Amitabh sir. You are not audible.
Am I audible right now?
Yes. Again. So we will comment at the last of the session. Let us move forward, and the next presenter is Dr. Namita Soni.
She is not there. We can end the session now.
We can end the session. Okay. So, Aishwarya?
Yes, ma'am.
So, do you need now Professor Amitabh sir would
Yes,
give it?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So now I invite co-chair Dr. Archana Kumari to give her insightful thoughts, observation, and suggestion. Then I come to Abitab sir.
Okay, so I will be very brief because this session has gone too long. Uh,
Yeah.
it is only because the topic is very, very important. It is about experiential storytelling, and storytelling is the ethos in the cultural values of India. Because not only in India, in the whole world, because we have learned everything through the stories. Now, only the mode of storytelling has changed. It has come from the oral tradition of storytelling to digital form of storytelling, and different kind of platforms are there. So I was looking forward to having more presentation around these experiential storytelling, but I feel that only 2 3 were close to the topic. And there were many, as rightly pointed out by Amitabh sir, that it was too ambitious. The topic was too ambitious, too wide. And some of the topics which we already gave commented comments that they could have narrow it down and go for more deeper studies. And although they have tried really hard, and very detailed presentation they brought up, and there is a potential in each and every presentation. And I feel that we need to be more focused on the topic, which is very important. So I don't want to go beyond these words. We are already very much lagging behind the time. So I think Professor Amitabh sir would comment on that.
So your voice is not audible.
Yeah, there is a bit. Am I audible right now? A bit. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Yeah. First of all, thanks to the organizers. Special thanks to Dr. Archana and Dr. Ashwarya for conducting this particular session. As far as the talk, this session, how it was planned, it was beautifully planned, well thought. Because right now we are not considering the entertainment. We're not taking entertainment seriously, and it's the time to take the entertainment seriously. Since I am the part of certain government initiative willing to design a particular university based specifically focused on entertainment. We are working in that particular direction. And but if you simply read the report of the FICCI, uh, they are using the term media and entertainment M&E industry. And we, as far as our syllabus is concerned, entertainment is nowhere. We are taking journalism very seriously, although I belong to a journalism background. But we are not taking the entertainment seriously, and in this particular background, this particular session matters a lot. However, as far as the presentation, I would simply say, I simply observed that there is a strong urge amongst the participants to say something, and that matters a lot. But to say something, it is just the beginning. Because and then you will have to find out whether I am willing to write a particular article or to uh, present some sort of or I want to really do some sort of the research. There is a vast difference between the all three, and each and every style is important. It is once you have opted that I'm going to do research on something, there, there will be limitations. Not we don't want to listen what you be to say. What is your personal opinion? Uh, Even your personal opinion might be through your research. So even a small idea was created, which was observed through the research methodology, through the research design, that matters a lot. So, and the blame doesn't is on the present research scholars or the presentation. All about the media research environment, and for that, even all are responsible, including me. So I hope that in future we will conduct this particular platform, which is a great platform, would do something to create that sort of research ambience. Because this particular seminar, simply note it down that where the problem from where the problem begins. We will have to address those sort of the issues, and once it is done, I think we will be in the right direction. Thanks again to the organizers. My personal thanks to each and everyone. I would not like to mention even a single name apart from these two. And as far as the present, this writer reservoir is concerned, everyone has contributed really well, and all the presentations, because energy as far as the content is was concerned, as far as the language was concerned, everything was perfect. But only thing is that we will have to work a bit more as far as the research is. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. On the behalf of organizing team, we extend heartfelt gratitude to all the presenters and dignitaries. We are honored to present you with a virtual mementos as a small token of appreciation. Professor Abhitab Srivastava,
Thank you.
Dr. Archana,
Thank you very much, Ashwarya ma'am, Astha ma'am, the whole team of Writers Reservoir and Communication today. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir.
ma'am, before we close the session, I would like to call everybody to switch on the cameras for group photograph. Please switch on the cameras for group photograph.
Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining.
Thank you,
Thank
sir. Thank you, ma'am.
More credit goes to you. Everyone else simply claims to be international. Right now, the international presentations you really tried hard. It's actually international as far as we can know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
We shall be starting the session 3 very soon. So all are requested to join the link of